What's going on, everybody? Welcome you in on a great Monday afternoon. Another episode of Nickel and Dimes coming to you guys. Of course, I'm Caleb here with my man Harry. How was the weekend, buddy?
Good. Episode 15. We've hit the Mahomes mark.
Hey, man.
Great weekend of football. So much to get into. Drake May played his first game, so we'll be happy about. Great Saturday college football games, but mostly NFL today on the show.
Yeah.
Got to start in Dallas.
Yeah.
If I was a Cowboys fan, so I'd tune off. We haven't been wicked kind of the Cowboys all year, but they don't deserve
They
kindness.
don't deserve it at all.
They deserve
They
pity.
don't deserve it at all.
They don't deserve anything. They deserve just the wrath. Because whatever happened yesterday is just abysmal football.
What are you talking about? It was great to watch.
It was good to watch. I'm saying if you're a Cowboys fan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As
yeah.
in ball enjoyer sounds kind of weird, but as a football enjoyer.
Ball joy?
Yeah.
You're a ball joy?
Enjoyer. But, the Lions were just I think they were pissed off about last year's game where they lose that controversial no call.
Yeah.
Or controversial call with an ineligible win it down with Dan Skipper. So they said, all right, next time we play you, we're going to beat the ever-living shit out of you. And Dan Campbell's a man of his word.
Yeah.
They killed him.
Not only did they beat them down, they trolled them too.
Yeah.
There's 3 times where an offensive lineman lined up as a receiver. Not only did they line up as a receiver, the one time they threw a hook and ladder
Penei
to
Sewell.
Penei Sewell. He almost scored too.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate troll. That's the ultimate troll there. And man, I mean, I named it Slaughter in Dallas.
Yeah,
for a
the
reason.
segment name was Slaughter in Dallas.
Slaughter in Dallas, and I typed that with a smile on my face. You know why? Because it's just. Some would say I'm a hater. Some may say I sound like a hater. But I'm just a truth teller, honestly. And we've said every time we talk about the Cowboys on this show, we've said they're not a good football team. And I think it was when we played them Thursday night when we was going into that game. I said
the Giants did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, they have no run game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could win it. They're a very soft team. Very, very soft team. I mean, there's just so many. There's so much wrong with this team. I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna start from the inside out. Okay, so offensive line and defensive line super soft. These guys are, and it doesn't help that DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons are out, but these guys are built to play with a lead, and Dallas can't stop anybody. The holes that were being opened up for David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Shannon Sharp said it the best earlier today on his show, First Take. He has 2 hip replacements. He was saying I could have got 3 to 5 yards running through those holes today, and it is true. Those holes were gigantic, and I mean outside of CeeDee Lamb, who do you have a receiver?
I mean Tolbert, but not if Jalen Tolbert's your number 2, you're not in great. You're not in
Exactly.
Great shape. Yeah.
So they can't run the ball, and then Detroit got up on them so quick and in a hurry that they made them one-dimensional. So now they know that you're going to pass the ball because you have no run game to begin with.
Yeah.
And now it really makes no sense to run the ball when you're down 2 scores. So they kind of got you early.
Yeah.
The game was won early. And defensively, Trayvon Diggs was getting cooked by Jameson Williams.
I think you could cook Trayvon Diggs.
I think I'm cooking him. He's not a good corner.
You ever seen the video of the guy? I forget who it was in the Texas jersey, the Longhorns on the field, where it's the meme of him running the route, the big guy. Never seen it?
Oh, Big X, the rapper.
Yeah. That's I think he's frying Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
Right now. He's getting wide open.
Dude, I mean, and everyone was glazing him when he was having all those picks. But if you think about it, great corners don't have a lot of picks because people don't throw to that side.
Exactly.
There's a reason why.
It's like J.C. Jackson, the old Patriots corner. Bill Belichick knew he wasn't that great. He leaves the Patriots, signs a huge deal with the Chargers.
Yep.
A year later, he's back in New England. Now he's out of the league.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting targeted so much, obviously J.C. Jackson was playing across from Stephon Gilmore in his prime, so he's gonna get more targets because no one's going after Gilmore. And he was reaping the benefits of that. But it gets to the point where it's wow, you're getting a lot of interceptions. Interceptions numbers go down a little bit. What are you worth?
Exactly.
If you're not getting the interception once every 2 weeks,
what good are you?
I mean, you're not adding anything to the team. Even if you're giving up a bunch of yards, but once a game you might get a turnover.
Yeah.
That might be your value because turnovers are huge.
Exactly.
Momentum in the actual purpose of the game. Now you get the ball back.
Right.
When he's not getting turnovers, not causing havoc, he's a huge liability out there. And in the run game, he's a cone.
Yeah.
Terrible in the run
Well,
game.
I mean, DBs in general don't like to tackle, but he's really he really can't tackle. at all.
No.
And so there's just so many holes with this Dallas team. It's like I think this is like their worst team in the last 5 years. Like this,
Yeah, this
I
is
don't think
terrible.
I don't think it's crazy to say. And like, thank God, Derrick Henry has to be so ecstatic that Jerry Jones is a horrible GM and didn't go out and sign him, because Derrick Henry would look. I mean, it would make it look a little bit better, but he wouldn't be having the season that he's having right now. I can tell you that.
No, he definitely made the right choice there.
Yeah, exactly. So there's just so much dysfunction around in Dallas right now, and like it doesn't look great. And their next 5 is horrible. I was watching ESPN earlier today. They not this is not in order. They play the Commanders, the Eagles, Falcons, the Niners, and I forget what the last team is, but it's a challenging next 5.
That sounds awful.
It's not easy, and it's like no guaranteed win. The maybes are the Eagles and the Falcons, I guess, but your best case is walking out of there 2-4. I think it's their next 6 actually. So I guess their best case is like walking out 2-4.
Yeah, that's terrible. I think what I equate them most to is kind of like a worse, shittier version of Colorado football, where you have all these big stars and like you look at the Colorado game on Saturday night, and you have like Kevin Durant there, Westbrook, John Wall, all these famous people, like famous athletes, rappers, whatever. But like if they lose close to a really good Kansas State team, the Cowboys like, oh, look at us for the Cowboys. No one goes anymore. You know, the most famous person there is Tom Brady, and he's just there to announce and laugh at you.
Yeah.
It's very like they think there's some big thing, like, oh, we're the Cowboys. There's some big name brand thing. And realistically, like almost everyone laughs at you all the time. They're a laughing stock. They think like Jerry Jones in his heart's like, we're still the Cowboys. We still command our respect. You don't.
They're a laughing stock.
They're like a clown. Like they're washed
They do
up.
everything but win.
Yeah, Jerry Jones like, well, I'm gonna pay my quarterback. He gives Dak Prescott all this money, and Dak kind of blows.
Okay, that's where I was gonna go next. Dak is good. He's a good quarterback, but he's not good enough.
He's not a riser.
He's not. He's not good enough to overcome this mediocrity that they have around this team, and that's ultimately where this dysfunction leads to.
Yeah, when Dak Prescott's at his best, when he's an All-Pro O-line, when Zeke's not old and washed, and when you had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Like when you look at him now, it's like like he doesn't have a great cast, but like you look around the league, not a lot of quarterbacks have elite casts around him. Like Mahomes has old Travis Kelce, and like, no, he doesn't have Rasheed Rice anymore, and they're still winning games.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
CeeDee
Lamb
would be miles above anyone the Chiefs have, and obviously, like Mahomes, he gets it done because he elevates the talent around him.
Yep.
Where Dak, the talent elevates him. Like he can look elite when he has a great cast, but when he doesn't, he's incredibly human, incredibly average. Like, just throws he's making. Like, he threw a terrible pick. The second one he threw, I believe it was.
Was that the one to Brian Branch?
Brian Branch was the first one. I thought that was an impressive play by Branch.
I thought he fooled him.
He played the flat and then dropped back.
That was good DB play.
Nick Saban smiling somewhere.
Yeah, that was
That's
good
his
DB
guy.
play. He was taught well. But I just thought it was a bad look for the Cowboys. But Harry, does this game say more about the Lions or more about the Cowboys?
I think it's more about the Lions.
Yeah.
I think the Lions went out and like, yeah, we're gonna prove a point that we're fucking better than you.
Yeah.
Sorry the F word, but that's just what it was. They're gonna prove that we are better. They went out there and they didn't pull a single punch. They're up 40 with like 5 minutes left. They're still throwing fades to St. Brown in the end zone. This game meant a lot to them. They had it circled definitely on their schedule since the beginning of the year, and they played like it. They just beat the brakes off them. I think Dallas isn't good at all. I think it was a lot more about Detroit being great. They were calling trick plays. They were just messing with them. They didn't have to. They could easily just ran the ball with Montgomery, run the ball with Gibbs, make Goff make his plays, and get out of there. No, they said, we're going to roast some salt in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think this says more about the Detroit Lions and how elite they are and how they might be, not even might, they are one of the best teams in the NFL. Might be in the consideration for the best team in the NFL. And like you said, Harry, they came in to Arlington and they said, we're gonna put our paws on you and we're not gonna let go until you're bleeding.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. I mean, they played like a Dan Campbell. What you expect from a Dan Campbell team? They were physical and they punched you in the mouth. And then not only did they did so, they had fun while doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have the force of Campbell, but the flash of Johnson.
Exactly. And it's like the ultimate disrespect. Alignment 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, that's so and then they threw it to him. They actually gave him the ball.
Hook and
like,
devious.
That's so disrespectful on so many levels. Like they just and then this is popping in my mind. Not even to mention Jordan, did you see what Jordan Lewis said to Amon-Ra?
Yeah. He's what do you call him, a bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So Jordan Lewis, the Cowboys corner, slid up on Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Detroit wide receiver, Instagram story, slid up and said, "You a bitch."
yeah, ridiculous.
Like, what class? Like
really?
like you're just making yourself even more of a like.
You guys are just losers.
Bro,
They're just losers.
Like, it's just so sad.
It is.
It's so sad, and I feel like Detroit really showed who they are, and boy, are they scary.
No, I hate to rain on the Detroit parade.
Yeah.
Do they have to go get a pass rusher now that Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg now for the year? They got to make a move, I think, because
Who do you even go out and get?
Max Crosby.
Bro, but okay.
I'd empty the tank for Max Crosby.
Empty the tank for Max Crosby.
I think you can win a Super Bowl with this team if you add him.
If you add Max Crosby.
I think he's that much of a
okay,
difference maker.
so you're gonna run Crosby and Hutch when Hutch comes back.
When he comes back,
for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I feel like you would have to give up a lot though, because you definitely. Oh, well, okay. Here's the thing: they don't really need a first round pick. They got the team.
Yeah.
They got the team. As long as you bring people back, you don't really, and you can hit on guys second, third round.
Yeah.
If you really believe in who you are, and they should because
they have too.
Look, exactly. They've hit on guys.
Yeah.
Because Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't I think.
Fourth, fifth.
Yeah,
he was later round.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think there was 19 receivers.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was a big
so
number.
they showed them the capability to hit on later rounds. So they don't really need a first round pick. You could trade a first round pick for Max Crosby.
I think you need him because without Hutchinson was your pass rush.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing I was gonna say because he led the team in sacks. Obviously, he had like half.
I think
sacks.
he led the league in sacks.
Yeah, and I mean he was on. It's so heartbreaking because he's on his way to being depoy.
A Michigan man.
Yeah, that too. And I really thought that he was gonna end up winning Defensive Player of the Year this year, and it sucks. It really does.
It does suck.
But yeah, dude, I don't.
I think you got to put your chips in.
I feel like
you got to go all in this year.
Gotta go all in.
I think this is your best chance you have. You got
That's
the Chiefs
fair.
now without Rice. The
I see.
Niners don't look the best in the world at all. I think this is your chance.
I mean, they almost beat them last year. They should have beat them last year.
Exactly. I think
So-
you have to go all in on this year. This is the best chance you're going to have.
Yeah.
Maybe not you're going to have, but like if
You
you're the
don't know.
Lions,
You don't know.
can win. You don't know how long Ben Johnson's going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know, like, shit changed all the time.
You
in
gotta
the
take
NFL.
your
You
shot.
don't know who's gonna be there next year.
Jameson Williams is who you thought he was going to be. Now.
Yeah.
He is the playmaker. Laporta looked great yesterday. I thought.
That's enough. Yeah, like everybody was hitting yesterday.
Yeah.
All their playmakers, Gibbs, Montgomery, Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Williams, they're all hitting yesterday.
And now Tim Patrick stepped up as a piece.
yeah, dude, and he's a solid number 3
Super
receiver
solid.
on any other team.
And Ben Johnson can make him work.
Exactly.
That's easy.
So, I hear what you're saying, but I don't know. I feel like Max Crosby might be a little bit too much. That might be too.
He's an Eastern Michigan guy.
That might be too hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm just saying you got to go after someone big because I wouldn't go after like Hassan Reddick, who's like, because he's trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
That's trouble.
drama.
You don't want that.
You look around the league.
You also got to go for someone who fits the culture too. If you plan on keeping them long term, like trying to think.
I think Max Crosby would be great. I think he'd love playing for Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
It makes sense trade wise. The Raiders stink in the AFC.
Yeah.
You give them the Lions, it's not like you're giving them the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bad loss too.
Yeah. Their
Bad loss
season's
by the
basically
Raiders.
over. It's just feed Brock the rest of the year. So I think that'd make a lot of sense. I know Crosby likes being a Raider, and it also helps that he looks like a Raider.
Yeah.
Like, he physically looks like a Raider. He's got all the crazy tattoos and stuff. He's an animal. He'd be awesome. I saw people on Twitter saying Micah Parsons to the Lions. That will never happen.
Like Jerry would ever let that happen.
Oh, over his dead body.
All over his dead body.
You think Jerry's smart enough to ever trade someone when they have good value? He's going to let him walk way before he trades him.
Bro. Dude, you know what's even funnier about this beating that the Cowboys took yesterday? It was on Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday.
82nd. Wow. Another thing about this game is the giant glare of Jerry World.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Why? What?
Do you know they cover that up for concerts? It
Really?
doesn't have to be that bad. They have a way to cover it up.
So what?
I don't know. It makes no
Bro,
sense.
Bro,
It's
oh my
always
God.
Dak, I feel like, looking into it. And he's wearing a visor usually.
Yeah.
The poor bastard's blinded. The only cool thing you ever get from that light coming down, you're going to be so mad that I'm going to say this, is there's a wicked cool photo of Tom Brady with the Dallas light coming down on him. When he was with the Pats, not the broadcaster. It was my lock screen for a few years. That was cool. But other than that, it's ridiculous. There's no reason for a dome, especially, to have a giant glare. Dallas plays most of their games at 4 anyways.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you have this stupid
It's
giant...
really like 3 o'clock there too, because they're an hour behind us. That is stupid. At least make the windows tinted or something
Yeah,
like that.
and
I
they
hope
have a way to cover it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's mind-boggling. It's Jerry.
Jerry, literally Jerry. It's a show, dude.
And
It's
I
a
saw
show.
someone was like, I feel so bad for Jerry Jones that his stadium has to have this glare. Like, poor
He
Jerry.
built it.
That's the bit. That's
He-
the joke. Yeah.
He he built it.
Yeah. No, that was a fun game to watch if a Cowboys hater. I don't really like. I like to laugh at the Cowboys. You have it in your heart. You know, you're a Giants fan. Like, you were wired since a young age that the Cowboys suck. I never really had a problem with them because we play the Patriots play it once every 4 years. Like,
Yeah.
and we just slap them around, slap them
Dude,
silly.
no, you don't
Deion
get it.
Lewis had a sick game
You don't
against
get
them, and
it.
I was like, yeah, I don't.
You don't get it. Look, just like how you say I don't get it about the Patriots dynasty, you don't get it about the it runs deep.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of the team, it's because of those fans. Those stupid fans, they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. It's so nauseating. And you can't escape them. They're every year, oh, we're so nice. We're the Cowboys. Oh, no, we're great. We're this and that. It's so annoying. They suck every year. They haven't been good since the 90s. They haven't done anything. Most of the fans our age haven't seen success from the Cowboys.
Yeah,
that's the stupidest part.
Yeah.
That's the part that gets
I
me
feel
so
I
fired
feel
up.
bad for Cowboys fans like our age because
Yeah.
they didn't even get the good part.
Exactly.
It's like being a Patriots fan, like being born now. Like you don't get to
Exactly.
see any of the fun.
And then the Cowboys fans that I do know that are like around my mom's age.
Yeah.
like, they were in like high school and like young when the
Yeah.
Cowboys were. They were like our age when the Cowboys were good.
Mhm.
They're all about to be 50 now. Like that was a long time ago.
I got a
Like,
friend.
get over it.
I got
please.
a friend at home named Will.
Yeah.
I love Will. He's one of my good friends. He has 3 favorite NFL teams. He's a Patriots fan. That's his area. He's a Cowboys fan. Because like he's an idiot. And he's a Chiefs fan.
You can't.
His 3 favorite college football teams are Alabama,
Georgia.
Ohio State, and Michigan. Ohio State and
you
Michigan.
can't be an Ohio State and
And
Michigan
you
fan.
can't even reason with
You
them.
can't be an Ohio State and Michigan fan.
It's nuts. And you talk to him, and like you can't say anything about him. He's like, "Oh, I'm also a fan of this team."
See, that would piss me off.
It is. He's
That would piss me off.
favorite college basketball team. I'll give a guess.
Duke.
Nope, close.
UNC.
Nope. Kentucky
Oh, okay.
loves the Wildcats.
Yeah, I was gonna go
I
with
know.
either one of the K schools.
Yep, brutal, just brutal. So, like that's what you got. These Cowboys fans are talking, and it's just ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
It's like they're all the thing, like all Cowboys and Yankees fans.
yeah.
Like they're all the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what my
Dude,
friend Will basically is.
Congratulations, you get an extra year. You get an extra game a year. Congrats.
Yeah.
Maybe an
Maybe
extra 2 games.
maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
Definitely
maybe
not
2.
3.
Maybe 2. Just
Definitely
to,
not
just to
3.
end it with Zeke at center. Wow.
That was awesome.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. That's the whole Dallas experience. You believe, and the last play of the season, you put Zeke in at center. And it couldn't have went worse.
Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. Oh. Now, move on to NFC East team that I have love and hatred for, too.
But mostly love. Come on.
Mostly love. The Giants. The whole.
The G-Men.
Special place in my heart. Tough one last night, Harry. Tough one.
Brutal.
Sunday Night Football. I was high. I was over here.
Yeah.
I was high. High spirits. Happy Caleb.
Jolly.
Jolly, man. I was jolly.
Mhm.
What did I say to Alex before I left? Alex, who's our fellow Giants fan in the house, too. What did I say to him? Hey, we're going to get a win tonight, man.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yep.
I believe. Because I truly did. You know,
Yeah.
we look good against Seattle.
You did. You whooped him.
Yeah.
You didn't whoop him, but you played really good.
Barring that fumble, like, would have been,
Yeah.
like, we would have been in the lead for the whole entire game.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I was high spirits.
Yeah,
Bengals,
of course.
horrible defense.
Bengals is the worst, probably the worst defense in the league other than
They
Carolina.
look bad coming in.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, I mean, he's been playing great. Offense been playing great. But hey, we got one of the best defenses in the NFL.
If I were to tell you that you had ran 20 more plays
Yeah.
than the Bengals and that they only scored 17 points, you think that's an easy win?
Oh, I'm gonna be like, yeah, dude. But you know what I would have said, Harry? Truthfully, you know what I said?
What you said?
Give me Daniel Jones' stat line, and then I'll tell you what I think about what happened.
Yeah.
The fact that I even have to say that is where is the main problem. Is where I'm gonna get to. Cincinnati scored 17 points. They scored their first touchdown off of a fluke.
Yeah.
Just a breakdown on defense, which is fair. That happens.
Still shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't. Him getting the first. It's the Joe Burrow 47-yard scramble touchdown.
Yeah.
It's one thing to let him get the first down.
Yeah, for him to score though.
Touchdown's crazy.
Yeah. But I'm not even too mad about that.
Yeah.
Because breakdowns in defense happen.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
They made up for it for the rest of the game. too.
Yeah.
They played lights out. But that happened on their first drive. It was 7-0 from their first drive into like a minute into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They got the field goal.
Yeah. When that happens, especially with that offense, we should be winning the game. The time of possession wasn't even close.
Yeah, you whooped them.
It's just the stupid idiot we have at quarterback.
Yeah.
Brian Dable has been coaching his heart out. His coaching has been lights out this whole year, except for the Minnesota game. I can say whole year, except for besides the Minnesota game. Ever since then, these last 5 weeks have been great from him, and he's been calling a great game. It's just Daniel Jones. He can't put together 2 good games. Like it literally has me stuttering right now because of how bad and how poorly he's played. And he didn't even have a bad game last week against Seattle, which gave me hope. But then he comes in, they let him throw it 41 times. Okay, if you haven't noticed, most of our passes are play action bootlegs to help him out.
Yeah.
It gives him
or an RPO, something easy
for him. It's like Brian Dable is literally putting on a coaching masterclass.
He's spoon feeding him.
Literally.
Yeah.
And at some point, like I don't even know how he's like civilized on the sideline. I would be losing my everlasting shit because I'm doing everything I can. I can't play for you. I can't go out there and throw the football. The best I can do is my job, and he's doing it.
Excelling in it.
Exactly. Our run game is good. Our offensive line, one of the best offensive lines in football right now. When have we been ever able to say that about the Giants for the past 5 years? Never.
Not once.
We're competing without our best offensive player.
Yeah.
We could be winning games without Malik Neighbors right now. 4th down play, Harry. We were talking about it. 4th down play that ultimately led to our loss. It was man coverage, had a drag roll slate, and yes, he looked open, right? But if just trusted, wait a little bit longer, Wan'Dale Robinson was coming wide open.
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating as a fan because like I'm watching these games and it's like it's almost worse than getting blown out.
I know what you're saying.
It's almost worse than getting blown out because it's like we're competing. I'm watching our team compete and be able to. Defense played amazing last night. Defense played really well. Dex had a sack. Brian Burns.
I was going to say Brian Burns was your best player last night.
Brian Burns played lights out last night.
I think he was your best player last night. I think Ojulari was your second best player.
Oh, and Azeez Ojulari stepped up big time. Big time. And it's like those type of losses are so demoralizing and it hurts the locker room so much.
Yeah, because you know you could have had one.
Yeah, and you know what the reason is.
You get a home game, prime time, and you see number 8, Mr. Dimes, walking through, and it's never Dimes.
Dimes my ass. Bro, every time, like, it's just the same storyline every time, dude. We're driving down the field, having a good drive going. Either miss a field goal or a bad pick.
Yeah.
Or turnover.
Turnover
the
down.
Interception.
Interception is mind-boggling.
What are you looking at? First of all, the play design, it worked. Tyron Chase is wide open and flat. Throw it.
He looks there, too.
Throw it.
He looks back.
He looked him off. He looks back in the middle of the field. All I saw was white jerseys.
Yep.
Literally all I saw was white jerseys. We were wearing blue. What are you looking at? Yeah. What are you looking at?
It was bad.
Bro, like, I want, like, please, for the love of God, let Cam Ward or Quinn Ewers be a New York Giant. Let Brian Dable develop his own quarterback. I think he's earned that. I think he's earned that
Agreed.
chance. Let him be able to develop a quarterback on his own and see where that goes. Because I promise you, we are so close to be a playoff team.
Yeah, he played a huge role in bringing Josh Allen to where he is today.
Exactly.
So you know he can develop. You've seen it before. You got to give him an opportunity.
Yes.
Jones wasn't his guy.
No. Dave Gettleman.
Dave
freaking Gettleman. Probably one of the worst GMs in NFL history.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just so. It's worse than the blowout loss, honestly. It's worse than the blowout.
I agree.
Loss. It's worse than the blowout loss because I'm getting tired of us being able to compete and stay in these games only for our quarterback to fail us time and time again. And to be fair, it's not really all on him. Like, we did have a lot of stupid penalties too that kind of derailed our drives. Darius Slayton had a couple of drops too, which has always been his problem: inconsistency in catching the football. But
I think the Bengals tried to let you back into the game at every turn. They fumble twice. So the Giants get stopped on 4th down. Zach Moss fumbles it almost immediately. The Bengals get a first down to Chase. They're kind of driving. They got a little momentum going. They're inside like the 30. They fumble.
Yeah. Giants
come back. I think they go down and get a touchdown off that. And then at the end of the game, Chase Brown fumbles.
Yep.
That's your chance. You're going to be down 3 with like a minute 30 still left. But the ball, they couldn't get on top of it. And that killed them. They got lucky. Not lucky, because it was a hold. The Bengals rushing a touchdown. They call the hold.
Yeah.
And that's 4-point difference. But
Yeah.
those plays, the Bengals gave him every chance to get back in it, and Jones and the Giants, mostly Jones, just couldn't do it.
Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. I mean, it's frustrating. You have multiple like when the defense plays that well, you gotta reward them and go score.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting tired of I just sound like a broken record. I'm getting tired of saying what could have happened. This is another game where we could have won by multiple possessions if we just had a competent quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Switch to the Patriots for a second?
Some bright news, please.
Yeah. Yesterday for the Patriots was the day of firsts. It was Drake May's first start.
Whoop.
Threw his first touchdown. Keyshawn Booty's first career touchdown. Pop Douglas' first career touchdown. And the first time in 2 years I've smiled watching a Patriots game. It was great. We got our asses kicked. But not like the score, I think, was worse than the game actually was. Some fumbling issues. Left tackle in particular could not protect Drake May to save his life, and that's all right. You know, it happens. You knew what he was going to get into. His first interception was bad. Rookie mistake. We move on. His second was a batted screen because they couldn't. It was the guy went for like a low block takeout. Will Anderson. Will Anderson still popped up, deflected it. So really only one bad play in my book for the interception. Other than that, I was pretty stoked. Like, watching Mac Jones, Brissett, Zappy, these guys suck. Brissett's my favorite of the group. I feel like he got the most of a raw deal. But, like, watching Drake May actually move around the pocket, like extend plays with his legs, pick up first downs with his legs. He led us in rushing yesterday, I think 50 yards. That was really, really cool to see. I really like where him and Pop Douglas are at. And, yeah, so Douglas and Booty both get their first career touchdowns yesterday. Both 6th and 7th round picks just a year ago. And now they're our top 2 receivers right now on this team. That's really cool to see. Hunter Henry, always nice as a rookie quarterback to have a reliable tight end, and that's just what he is. He's not a world beater. He's not going to run by anyone, but he knows how to get open, knows how to catch the ball. So I like where that's at. The defense, they did a lot better than the 40 points suggest. The offense screwed them over a few times. They had to work with a real short field. Stroud had under 200 passing yards, but Joe Mixon had a few big runs. That wasn't great. Yeah, and you're going against a Nico Collins' Texans, so you're expecting a little less, and they still got 40 on you. But I'd rather lose 40-20 with Drake Mayen than 21-10 with Brissett or 17-0 with Brissett, because you get to see where the offense can be, and it's really, really promising. I was loving life. We're talking about bombs here. A touchdown to Boots, a 50-yard bomb in the air. That was sick. I haven't seen that in forever. I was so happy, overjoyed.
Yeah,
overjoyed.
You would have thought, if you walked in, you would have thought that Patriots were winning.
Yeah.
The Patriots were killing.
Yeah, it was great.
And honestly, bumped the score of the game.
Yeah.
Got a lot to smile about Foxborough. He looks like the real deal.
Yeah, we had a top 3 team in the league come in. Yeah, they're gonna beat us. That's what they do.
My favorite thing too was that he threw across. We already talked about this before the show started, but he threw a Pop Douglas was coming on a crossing.
Yeah.
Crossed over the midfield. Drake May threw it behind him. Maybe throws it in front of him. He might score.
Yeah.
And Douglas made the catch, but he knew it. Drake knew
yeah,
it.
he was
Drake knew the miss, and he was upset at himself. And those are the things you like to see.
Mature moment from a young man.
Exactly.
Yeah, as you were saying though, I think pretty opposite is you were saying the locker room after the Giants game must have been pretty deflated.
Yeah.
And it's not a great thing. It's definitely not the Patriot way. That's how Belichick's gone. But it's all these photos of everyone with their first touchdown, game balls, and locker room. Everyone's happy. The vibes are up. Mayo's coming up after the game saying, "Oh, we let Drake May down today." Pop Douglas saying, "It's so fun to play with him. I want to go to war for him." And I like where we're at. We're going to Jacksonville next week. Another shitty team, but we got so much
Might
more.
be able to squeak out a win.
We got so much more love
in
Patriot Nation right now than they do. They want to kill their coach. We want to love and hold our quarterback because we didn't sign ours to a $250 million deal and we don't know if he can play or not.
Yeah.
Jacksonville did.
Of course.
So I'm excited to go out there, see what we can do. Definitely one of the lighter games on our schedule. Yeah, so definitely I'm very, very positive with the Pats, which is crazy. If you would have told a 13-year-old me that I'm thrilled with a 20-point loss, 13-year-old me would be devastated. He's like, what happened? What happened? But trust me, it's all going to work out in the end. Mayday's upon us. And, yeah, pretty stoked with that game.
Little breaking news here. Complete switch of the switch. Flip of the switch.
Yeah, okay.
Jonathan Allen, the Commanders' defense tackle, is out for the season. Dan Quinn confirms. The defense tackle from Washington tore his pec. As Bleacher Report reports. Yeah.
That is brutal.
Yeah. Bad loss for already bad defense.
I can't afford that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But
Darren Payne's got to step up big time now. He's got to clog. That is not good for a promising Washington team.
Yeah, very promising Washington team. Whose defense has already been struggling, and now life just got a little bit harder there in DC.
So much hard.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But back to the Drake May thing, I think it's very promising. I think you guys just gotta give him a line.
Yeah, just give him a line.
Just give him a line. I think you guys got the receiving core.
Yeah, maybe another one in the draft. Give him an actual one.
Yeah, true. Outside threat for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe let Booty be your 3, your wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
Pop be your slot.
Yeah.
Then you got a nice little receiving core there, and then who knows? You guys,
Little mojo.
defense is there too.
Yeah, and I trust Mayo coaching the defense. Van Pelt, our offensive coordinator, I'm not wicked sold on him. But, hey, one game of May, we'll see what he keeps doing going forward. So, yeah, I'm pretty positive in general. I'd say very positive. Talk about Drake May, though.
Yeah.
Rookie quarterbacks in general.
Yeah.
Kind of on the up and up.
On a roll right now.
You know, rookie quarterbacks in the NFL is not an easy job. You see, like, Bryce
I
Young,
know.
he's not even allowed to play anymore because of his rookie year.
Yeah.
He was terrible. You like C.J. Stroud,
timeout
Justin
right now.
Herberts, all those guys are, like, anomalies. You don't see quarterbacks come in immediately and dominate. This year, you got a bunch of guys playing great. Caleb Williams, every single week, has gotten better. To the point now where he's in London, he put up 4 touchdowns and a great team win for the Bears. Jaden Daniels, not really much to say about him, as he just goes in every week, plays almost turnover-free football, always good passing, using his legs. He's already probably a top 10 quarterback in the league. Is that crazy to say?
I don't think that's too crazy to say.
Yeah, he's
definitely offensive rookie of the year front runner.
Yeah, and then obviously you get Drake May. Only his first start, but he's coming in. I'm promised what he was seeing. Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I think, is in a tough spot.
I think he's probably in the worst situation of all of them, honestly speaking. Because I think the Broncos just don't have really anything on offense. That Cortland Sutton, he's pretty good.
Troy Franklin.
He's solid. Yeah.
That's his boy though from school.
Yeah, but he's also a rookie too.
Yeah, he is. He's young.
Broncos don't have a great line. Running game is very suspect.
Yeah.
They got Javonte Williams, but like
Got a block for him.
right, exactly. And then defensively, I mean, the Broncos do have a good defense. Not gonna don't get me wrong on that. They do have a solid defense. They missed Surtain yesterday. He was out with a concussion for most of the game. That hurt him. But,
Yeah.
I think Bo is definitely in the worst situation of all of them, I would say.
I think it's him and Drake May are right up there, but I
Oh,
think
yeah.
the Patriots Nation will coddle Drake May a lot more.
Yeah, that's
he's
their baby.
he's literally like
He's
Drake
a kid.
Drake May started 2 years of college, comes out as a true junior. Or maybe a redshirt sophomore, whatever he is.
Yeah.
Only in college 3 years. Bo Nix has been around the bend.
He's been around since, yeah.
He
Him and Justin
started since
Herbert.
he was a freshman in college. This is literally, he played Justin Herbert yesterday.
Yeah, and he also played him in AT&T Stadium
Yeah.
when Justin Herbert was at Oregon and Bo Nix was at Auburn as a true freshman.
Low-key, Nix did take him down.
Yeah,
He did.
He
Sick
did.
dime at the end of the game. Seth Williams.
yeah.
Great play.
What a pull.
Yeah, I was at my buddy Mad Dog's house for that
What
one.
a pull.
Seth Williams was a dog at Auburn. People
Yeah.
forget about that. But, Bo Nix, like, you expect this guy to be wicked pro-ready, but reality is college and the NFL is so different, especially coming from a Pac-12 offense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you watch the first half, like, he's 6 yards with a pick, 1 of 6 passing. He's terrible.
Horrible first
And I
half.
believe he did a very similar thing against the Jets.
It
But when
was.
you really need him to, like in the fourth quarter of these games, I know coverages are a little more like lax because they know they have the lead they're protecting. He's so much more successful. He's so much better, like when the play's breaking down a little bit and he can use his legs, use his mobility to try to make a play.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you expect from most rookies because, like, when the off script, it's more natural for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been okay doing that. Like, only lost by 6 to a pretty good Chargers team, I think. So yeah, I like where Bo Nix is at. Not the most promising in the world. I won't take him over any of the other guys, Williams, May, or Daniels.
Yeah.
Another guy made his first start yesterday. Spencer Rattler down in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
Spencer Rattler actually played really well. Well,
Played good first half.
yeah. Yeah, pretty good first half. Very surprising. I'm not honestly, I wasn't really expecting him to come in and play that well. The Saints had a great chance to win that game, honestly. They forced turnovers 3 times. But in my opinion, all these rookie quarterbacks, I think they're starting to hit their strides. They're starting to get used to the game a little bit. Bo Nix, need to see a little bit from him. But Caleb Williams probably played his best game yesterday morning that he's played all year. And then Jaden Daniels, we know who he is.
Yeah.
Drake May looked good.
Yep.
Yeah, and Spencer Rattler came in too. And
Yeah, and you're still waiting on Penix and McCarthy.
yeah, that's true.
There's so many quarterbacks in this class.
Yeah, McCarthy though is tough. Tough situation.
Yeah.
tough situation for him because then he tore his ACL, and then Sam Darnold's balling right now.
Yeah, and you're 5-0.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
That's tough for him. But and then Michael Penix Jr. I gotta be wondering like if he was somewhere else like
He's like, why the hell you guys draft me?
yeah I was like why am I here?
Because he's already an older rookie to begin with.
Yeah, and Kirk is pretty serviceable.
Kirk looks good.
Yeah, I still don't understand the pick, but yeah, these rookie quarterbacks are playing well. I still think Jaden Daniels is probably the front runner for rookie of the year right now, and Caleb Williams and Malik Neighbors are chasing him. But for the most part, these franchises got good things to smile about.
I think everyone's pretty happy right now.
Yeah,
Like definitely optimism in the air.
as they should be.
Yeah, rookie's doing good. You know who's not doing good, Caleb?
Who's not doing
Nick Sirianni.
good?
I don't care if his team has a winning record. He can win as many games as he wants. He's a loser.
Yep.
Like, just the whole thing, like, oh, it started, obviously, you're probably in the same boat. I believe it was the playoff game against the Giants when he's, like, in front of the camera, like, doing his stupid Nick Sirianni thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Shaking to the head.
I have no dog in this fight. I wanted the Giants to win because I didn't like the Eagles because they were, like, the Giants are pretty big underdogs in that game. But he's sitting there. He's looking at the camera. Like, you're, like, 20-point favorites. You're up 30. Like, chill, dude. Like, I don't know why he's such a tool. Everything about him is
He's a
nauseating.
douchebag.
Yeah, he's shaving his head. Like
He looks ill. He looks horrible. That aged him like 20 years.
Yeah, he's just a rough, like, he's jaded. Like, I don't know what he's so, like, everyone's out to get him, but they wouldn't be out to get him if he didn't make himself so gettable.
Yeah.
Like, if he was just a normal guy, like his opening press conference, when he just became the coach was weird.
What does he have to be so cocky about?
Yeah.
That's my thing. What have you done to be so cocky? You went to the Super Bowl, what, in his second year coaching? This is his fourth year, right?
I don't know if that was his first. That might have been his first.
That might have been his first year.
Yeah.
First or second year, he takes his. I think it's his first. Because his first year is when they went to Tampa and they got killed by Tom Brady.
That was his first year.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
So his second year they take you to the Super Bowl. You lose. Okay. Whoop de doop. Everybody's expecting you guys to be elite again, but what happened? Pretty sure you guys lost your last 6 games and then got embarrassed in Tampa.
Again.
Yeah.
Not even by Tom Brady this time.
Exactly, by Baker Mayfield. Okay? Then you come back to this season. You could win against Green Bay in Brazil. But then you start to look real mediocre, buddy.
Yeah.
Your quarterback doesn't look
Nothing special there.
no. And not only that, your coaching's getting exposed. What do you do? Please tell me what he's good for. He doesn't call the defense. He doesn't coach the defense. Doesn't call the offense. He doesn't seem like he's a good team morale guy. You know what he said about the press conference? He had his kids up there at the post game conference. When the reporter asked about him jawing at his own fans, talking about let me hear you, buddy. You beat the Browns by 4.
They're just the terrible, lonely Browns.
You beat the Browns by 4. Deshaun Watson led Browns. Are you serious?
He's just a goofball.
Are you serious? Like, he's talking about, oh, wins are hard in this league. Yeah, they are hard. Bro, the Giants beat them by more.
Yeah.
The Commanders crushed them.
Spanked
Dallas
them.
crushed them.
Yeah. Has Cleveland already played the entire...
Yeah, they already.
That's
played the entire
wild.
NFC East. I thought that was pretty crazy, too. Because
Yeah.
I realized that yesterday. But back to my point.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Back to my point. Like, he's jawing at his own fan. Like, maybe if this game was in Cleveland, okay, you can jaw at the fans a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're jawing at your own fans, bro. Like, yes, like Philly is a tough fan base. They let you know when you're bad. But like, dude, you're just unlikable. They just don't like you.
He's
dog.
brutal.
And he was like, dude, he goes, oh yeah, some of the players that came up to me was like, yeah, we like it when you get like that. That's such a lie. That's such a lie. That's got to be a lie. No, you're telling me the players went up to him and was like, yeah, coach, that's hard. You jawing at the fans. Yeah, we like that. That's tough, bro. No. Jalen Hurts, does he seem like that type of guy? No.
Jalen Hurts is also corny in his own way.
Yeah.
He thinks he's Batman.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
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 But like
the whole team.
Who does that? He's not a leader of men at all.
He's
The
so
way that
lucky.
He acts,
yeah.
like, just not. He just disgusts me. Eagles fans don't even like him.
He's so lucky he has A.J. Brown to bail him out.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, okay, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, just throw it 40 yards
Yeah.
deep to our
That's what I'm
massive
saying, like,
star receiver.
Right now, the talent is making him look better than what he is.
They always have.
barely
They
a winning
always have.
Yeah, they barely have a winning record. They're 3-2.
Yeah.
This has not been a good year for the Eagles.
No.
The Eagles are coming in expecting to be like a top 3 seed in the NFC.
I'm looking that way right
This
now.
is not it. No, this is not. They don't look good.
Yeah, the whole thing, like, Sirianni culture. I remember they had this huge game against the Niners last year. Like, basically for the 1 seed at that point.
Yeah, well, I think it was. I
And
think yeah,
the Niners, like, remember, the Eagles beat the Niners in the NFC Championship the year prior because the Niners didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why they were able to kill him. The Niners are like, all right, we got a quarterback now, and they destroy him. They kill the Eagles, and the most known thing the Eagles are known for that game is their stupid security guard, Dom, Big Dom,
Yeah.
getting sucker punched by Dre Greenlaw, and be like, you don't mess with the Dominator. And yeah, after that, like, oh, like here comes Jason Kelsey back from Monday Night Football. Oh, who's not letting him in the locker room? It's Big Dom. They lost that game.
Yeah.
They lost that game. They can do all their fun little Big Dom. Here he is. Sirianni, like, you know how most people like Kirk Cousins, right?
Yeah.
Because he does the you like that.
Yeah.
That's different to his own team. Next Sirianni, I think he's going for that, like trying to like it misses.
It's like he's trying too hard, bro. He's like that old guy that's just trying too hard to be cool.
Yeah, like he's terrible.
Dude, no one like his own fan base doesn't even like him. Like
he's such a tool.
He's not a good coach, bro.
No,
he's not. You can't convince me he's a good coach because I'm telling you right now, if he was a good coach, the Eagles would not be 3-2. They would be a much better team.
If Andy Reid was there,
oh,
they'd be getting wicked.
Bro, they'd be probably undefeated right now.
They'd
They probably would have won. They probably would have won a Super Bowl by now.
No, definitely. I think
Yeah.
if Sirianni and Reid swap places in the Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl, it's a 3-score game for Philly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable.
I agree.
Yeah. No, next Sirianni's a clown, a goofball, a bozo. You can go on, and you won't be wrong. Everything about him, like
kind of
his smug face. Like after the Chiefs game last year, he's walking out, puffing his chest like Sirianni Express.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
It's just disgusting, bro. Disgusting. I don't get it. I don't get it because what has he done to be so cocky about? Like,
I don't know.
And where is it coming from?
I don't know.
Why?
He hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Why? I don't even think I think that does what he did last night or yesterday afternoon hurts his football team a lot more than he thinks so.
Because people are gonna take such sweet joy in beating the Eagles now.
Yep. And not even that. It's like, dude, like you're our head football coach. What are you doing?
Like imagine Belichick going around doing that.
I can't.
Imagine Tom Coughlin going around doing it. Dable, Gerard Mayo, any of our guys. Like I'm just going like our coaches, my coaches, all of that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Belichick after the game be like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
You guys aren't that good. It's ridiculous. Grow Andy Reid. You see Andy Reid doing that. Any of the Harbaughs.
I was going to say Harbaughs.
Mike Tomlin.
Miko Ryan.
Not any of the good teams in the league. Shanahan. McVay. Stefanski.
Kevin O'Connell.
All of these guys. No one does this shit. Like, Dan Campbell's fired. You think Dan Campbell's going to be in the crowd? No, he's not.
He gets fired up in the locker room.
Yeah.
And if he's doing something with the crowd, it's hyping them up.
His own, yeah.
Exactly.
No one would do this. It's so immature.
So immature. And how can you be a leader of grown men and act like this? It makes no sense.
No.
Makes no sense at all.
No, it doesn't. Going back to one of those coaches.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh. Big win yesterday.
You got a hell of a football team over there.
I'm sure when the preseason started, like, oh, you got Washington this week. It'll be pretty easy. Game rolls around. This is not a gimme at all. This is a good Washington team.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn, like, a lot of people know him from the Atlanta loss, but those Atlanta teams were really good. He's a pretty sound coach.
Yeah.
I think Dallas is really missing him on defense right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's DC for the Legion of Boom, like, very well, like, credited coach wherever he's been, always found success. And he's finding success in
Good
Washington.
resume.
Yeah, great resume.
Look, just think about those teams you just named.
All good teams.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's just building his resume. Look what he's doing in Washington, too.
That's the one thing.
What? Go ahead.
Legion of Boom, Atlanta, Dallas,
Okay,
all those.
frauds.
Every single one of them was beat by the Patriots. Or beat by Tom Brady.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm good for one every show.
Glaze.
That was an easy one.
Glaze. Yeah, I guess that was a layup.
Yeah, going back, though, Commanders much better than everyone thought.
Yeah.
Ravens, slow start to the year.
That's 4 in a row.
They got it in gear.
4 in a row.
Lamar's probably playing the best football I've seen from him. Much more of a complete quarterback now, I think. That's what you were saying before the show.
Point. That's a great point. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing from Lamar. He did have a pick yesterday, though. But
no, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't?
It was not his fault. It was a deflection.
All right. So, like you said.
And he made the tackle.
Dude, guess who caught the pick?
Was it
Mikey Sanders still?
It was
it was.
Come
on now.
Didn't he play receiver?
Yeah, he started.
How is he getting tackled by Lamar Jackson? Figure that out.
He started receiver, then he switched over to nickel.
Yeah,
But,
I'll watch old Michigan highlights and I'll see him like I'll always
Lil
remember
Mikey.
from defense.
Lil
I'm like,
Mikey.
diaster. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah. But yeah, Lamar did have picked it yesterday. Like we said, it was off a deflection, but to repeat what Harry said, he's playing one of the best ball of his career, and he's changed his game.
Yep.
Because before
Evolved his game.
Evolved, exactly. That's a great great word right there. And before, like, young Lamar, vintage Lamar, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, when he would escape out the pocket, he's looking to run, shake people, make a whole bunch of people miss. But what do we always see late in the year? He gets hurt.
Broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable.
You see way too much Snoop Huntley in December.
Yeah.
Way too
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
I feel like every time I'm watching Steelers Ravens late in the year, it's gonna be Huntley versus Rudolph.
It's gonna be like a
I'm like,
10
we
to
need
9
to stop
game.
doing
Yep.
this.
It's gonna be like a 10 to 15 game or something like that. But he's changed that. When he's getting out of the pocket now, he's looking to create plays with his arm down the field. And yeah, we still see we know what he could do.
It's in there.
We still see it when he keeps the ball, but it's all about managing it.
Yep.
And I feel like he finally found the balance of it. And yesterday he had 323 yards passing. Derrick Henry had over 130 yards rushing. Zay Flowers had over 130 yards receiving. When they're like that, like,
It's tough to beat.
They're tough
with
to
a
beat.
Roquan Smith-led defense.
And that defense is still there. Look what they did to Jaden Daniels. I watched the team. They were putting up over 25 a game, over 30 a game.
Yeah.
For the last 4, I think. And they dropped 23. And I'm pretty sure it was a late touchdown or a late field goal or something like that. So that defense, that Ravens defense, we kind of came out with them early in the year. They didn't look too great. Now they're hitting their stride.
Yeah, they did some tweaks. I think they've adjusted much better life without Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Because he's still got the players. Like, you saw what Kyle Hamilton did to Terry McLaurin yesterday.
Yeah, that was
huge
that was
hit. Probably the
great
biggest hit of the year so far.
That was a great hit.
And that's what you get with the Baltimore defense. You get Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, all these guys who just play angry football.
And will hit you.
Yeah, like Marlon Humphrey is a pretty good hit guy. He's a corner.
He's a physical corner. He's a physical corner.
Roquan Smith, like
Oh, dude.
he's just a mean-spirited guy.
would
I'd
not
take him
wanna
on my
meet-
team any day
I
of
would
the
not
week.
want to meet him in the hole.
He could play in any era of football.
Dude, and then
that
they
guy.
got Trenton Simpson.
Yeah.
Second-year linebacker at
Clemson.
Clemson. He's really coming on. That's why they let Patrick Queen go.
Yep.
Because they believed in this kid, and this kid is balling right now.
Yeah.
And still got a good pass rush.
Yep. Matabuke.
Yeah, Matabuke. I was thinking of him, but just
Yep.
couldn't.
Namdi Matabuke.
Yeah, and then they got another tough name to say.
Owe.
Yeah, Owe.
Yep.
Odafe Owe from Penn State.
Yep.
Edge rusher. And Kyle Van Noy.
KVN.
I know you like to see
KVN.
it. I know you like to see it.
I love me some Kyle Van
He's
Noy.
playing like he's 25 out there, man.
He's looking great out there. I think he's a career high in sacks.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, well, he wasn't used well in his career because he didn't play edge rusher.
Yeah.
When he was in New England, he was
He
like
was
a
an
left
inside-
outside linebacker, or like he'd like, but like he wasn't rushing the pass. He was never a pass rusher. Maybe a few times a game in a blitz.
Yeah.
They moved him to this edge role, and
You guys didn't really need him.
he's excelling.
Yeah, you guys didn't really need him as an edge
We
rusher.
didn't, but like he's been doing such a good job in a new role since he came into Baltimore last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been awesome. BYU legend Kyle Van Noy just getting after the quarterback.
Yeah, dude, they got a solid team up there, and they look like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. They're playing their best ball, and their offense is just looking so hard to stop. And I mean, if they can keep playing like this, Harry,
How is Derrick Henry so fast?
it makes no sense. I think I said me, you, and Beast were sitting down to talk about this. Our
Yeah.
friend Beast, we were sitting down last week, I guess after one of our shows,
Yeah.
and we were talking about Derrick Henry. The dude is 6'3".
Yeah.
Beast was like, "Oh, dude, he's like 225." No, dude,
Nope.
he's 270.
I think he thought he was like 215 or something. He thought he was so light.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, look
Dude,
at him.
He's 270, and he run him 2 weeks ago. Him and Xavier Worthy, the rookie wide receiver from the Chiefs, who ran a 4. What is he running? 4.2?
Yeah, I think it was a 4-2 flat.
Yeah, 4.2 flat. 4.2 flat 40. Him and Derrick Henry reached the same top speed of 20 miles per hour. Just Xavier Worthy was just like 0.20 seconds faster or something like that.
You wouldn't be able to tell to the blind eye.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry's fast. He can move, and it's not fair that's someone that.
It's
big
like
can
a
move that
runaway
fast.
train.
Who's stopping that? Who's stopping that?
No one. And no one
Put him in-
has.
and that's why, like, when you put him in the eye, you can't stop him. When you put him in the eye, because
He's got momentum.
he's getting exactly.
Yep.
He's getting momentum coming downhill at you. He's gonna smack you in the mouth. So this Raven team is tough. I mean, they made this. They kept this Washington team and Jane Daniels in check. But if you're Washington, I mean, you're like, oh yeah. I mean, we lost, but hey, like we competed.
Yeah, no,
We didn't
definitely,
get blown out. We
definitely not a
competed.
bad thing at all for that Washington team. And you gotta feel kind of bad for Pittsburgh because through 2 weeks they're 2-0. They're like Browns suck, the Bengals suck, the Ravens look like they're bad. Ravens are right there with them now.
Nope.
They're tied up at that top
Now
of that
now the
division.
Ravens look like the team to beat now.
100%.
Yeah. But it should get interesting as the season goes on. Well, I mean, guess we'll find out with Cincinnati. I mean, they got the win they needed
Yeah,
to kind of
eked
kickstart
one
this.
out.
Yeah, to kind of kickstart their season. But I don't know, Harry. They still look rough.
Maybe a defense can inspire, like a Daniel Jones, like beating him up, and inspire, like, wow, we can do it.
No. If you watch,
It's like the
game,
snowball theory.
you can tell that if they played a competent quarterback.
B.J. Hill was beasting out there.
He was. B.J. Hill did have a great week. Or did have a great night. But other than that,
Yeah, no, they're definitely Ravens definitely a team to beat in the North right now.
yeah,
Can't argue with that at all.
for sure. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe they get the 1 seed, squeak it out.
It's gonna be tough because
Yeah.
2 losses is early. It's early for 2 losses, I think.
Yeah.
And Chiefs are still undefeated, so there's still 2 games behind them.
Texans look really good too.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
You know who also hasn't looked good?
Who?
We'll pivot.
Ooh.
The Jets. Jets are tonight.
Ugh.
Lonely.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Salah's gone. Our dear Robert Saleh.
Boo.
They got rid of him.
Justice for Salah, man.
He'll get a better job. in no
Justice for
time.
Salah.
Ian Hackett's not even their play call anymore, so I don't know what this is all
What the
about.
hell
It
are they
doesn't
doing?
make a lot of sense
What
to
the
anyone with a
hell are
brain.
they doing?
I don't know, Caleb.
The only organization that looks worse than them right now is probably Dallas.
Jags are right in that
Oh,
conversation.
yeah, Jags too.
Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Never that bad.
That's
Never
a-
that bad.
Yeah, that is
The
true.
Jets, though, is just a
That is
dumpster
true.
fire. Like, you have all this stuff going on. And Buffalo's coming in here.
Hmm.
Is Buffalo coming off the Houston loss? They are, correct. Last time we saw
Yeah.
Houston, they looked terrible. Allen went 9 of 30 against Houston. A loss. In a game that they probably should have won.
Very well could have won. if
Some
Josh
weird
Allen played
clock
better.
management stuff
Yeah.
at the end of the game. And division game, they're going to look to
This should
break
be
some.
a beatdown.
Yeah.
This should be a beatdown. If it's anything less of a beatdown, Bills just didn't play well.
Yeah, the only thing that could kind of keep them in it is the Jets' defense, but now they're without Salah. They're probably going to be worse.
Dude,
Yep.
bro, blitz, baby, blitz. Oh my God, just send the house after Aaron, please. I mean, Buffalo doesn't really have elite corners on the outside, but I don't think you need it.
You only got to worry about, like, Wilson, really.
Yeah, but even then, he's not really having a great year.
No, not at all.
So, in Rodgers' statue back there.
Yeah,
And
literally.
Yeah,
Like,
he
Tom
can't-
Brady was moving better at the end of
Yeah,
the
he
years.
can't move.
And he's
dude.
always been more mobile than Tom Brady.
He can't move. But Rodgers' statue back there, and this should just be a beatdown, honestly.
Just can't whoop ass.
Yeah. I really don't. Maybe this game might be close just because it's a divisional game, but
Maybe Allen throws 2 dumb picks.
yeah,
That's probably the only thing I could see.
that's the only way that keeps them in the game.
But I could see Allen just messing them up tonight. Just running all over, throwing
Is
that thing
Shakir
around.
coming back?
I believe he's back.
If Shakir's back, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what really hurt them against Houston. And then, I mean, James Cook, that run game's still there too.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't use their tight ends more. They got two-headed monster. at
Kincaid
tight
and
end.
Knox are
Yeah.
great.
I don't know why they don't really lean on them a little bit more. In the
Especially
passing
when
game.
your receivers aren't that strong.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I'm expecting tonight. This is my little prediction.
Yeah,
Just one crazy Keon Coleman highlight.
please.
I think we're due for one.
Yeah,
I mean, last year at FSU, every week or so, maybe every 2 weeks, you get, wow, how the hell did that guy do that?
Yeah.
Keon Coleman. Haven't seen it exactly yet with the Bills. So I think tonight we're going to have probably a crazy highlight. Monday night prime time. Something to remember from Keon Coleman.
be tough going against Sauce though,
You think they put him on Sauce?
or DJ.
Even better for a highlight.
Yeah,
Even better for a highlight.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But it'll be interesting. Well, not even interesting to watch, honestly. I think this one should be a beatdown. Buffalo. This should be one Buffalo takes care of.
Yeah.
Takes a fight back to.
Short flight back to
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, because this Jets team is not good. And I was watching ESPN this morning. Everybody picked the Jets to win.
Really?
Leaning on the run. They were leaning on the run game with Braylon Allen and Brees Hall. They haven't done that all year.
I mean, I've heard a thing, the interim coach theory. The teams play better when they have an interim head coach. I just don't think this is the game.
Well, look who they're playing.
Yeah, Buffalo's
like
tough.
this Bills team was looking really good coming into Houston, then they look bad. And
That's the Josh Allen experience. He could probably
Yeah.
look like the best player in the
he
league
went
today.
9 for 30, and they still had a chance to win the game.
Yeah. It's Josh Allen football.
And they played against one of the best defenses in the league. So
Drake may put up more points against that Houston defense.
yeah.
He did more touchdowns. Didn't throw for 9 for 30.
Did you know he was I believe he was one of the only quarterbacks since at least 1950 in in his first start to throw for 3 touchdowns and over 200 yards.
The only.
The only. My
The
bad.
only.
The only.
But yeah, no, Drake May. So happy. Josh Allen. I think he's gonna be fired up. I think he probably said like, wow, Drake May had a better game against this team. Let's go take it on the Jets.
Yeah.
Let's just beat the bag out of the New York Jets. And if there's ever a team that can get the bag beaten out of them, it'd be the New York Jets. They're good for it a few times a year.
So do like Patriots fans hate the Jets the most?
I hate Miami the most. I can't
Okay.
stand Miami.
That makes sense.
Because growing up, they would always they'd beat us a lot in Miami.
Yeah.
They'd always give the Patriots trouble, like Miami Miracle. I went to a game we lost. The Jets and the Bills were awesome. I don't remember ever losing to the Bills.
Those are like.
And now the Bills are great now, like in the division, obviously. But
Yeah.
the Bills like a bye week, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
The Bills. Yeah.
check.
The Bills are really bad. Do you remember the EJ Manuel era?
You remember Stevie Johnson? Stevie Johnson was a dog.
Steve Johnson was a dog. Steve Johnson was a dog. Dude, Richard Sherman shouted him out. It was like that's one of the guys that like gave me like really good run for my money.
He's I always equate him kind of like a Chad Johnson type of player.
Yeah.
It's a little below it, Chad, but like similar type of player, like route running, little flash, little flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stevie Johnson. He's a good player. Very good player. You know who's a great player?
Who?
The college world. Ashton Genty. Running back.
Boy, that boy
Boise.
a dog. That boy can run.
Yeah.
He can tote the rock. I mean, gotta be favorite for Heisman.
He's got to be the overwhelming
He's
favorite.
gotta be favorite.
Because
for
none
Heisman.
of the other, like, Travis Hunter gets hurt.
Yeah.
Milrose stinks. Ewers is hurt.
Beck stinks.
Beck was never in this conversation.
Oh.
Remove Beck.
I-
Shador, like, they have 2 losses.
yeah.
It's got to be his.
Yeah.
He's the only one I can think of. Unless we really get that Nuss Buster rolling. But I don't think that.
What? He's
don't-
not even in a conversation.
But
That's. Where did that even come from?
what if he gets rolling?
Where? He's been rolling for the past 5 weeks, Harry.
Huh?
Did you see how he looked Saturday?
Who?
Nuss.
Nuss?
Yeah, Nuss. My bad.
I saw his
Nuss.
sick 4th and 5 seed send the game against the number 9 ranked team to overtime. Yeah. I saw it, and then I saw him throw a ball to win the game in overtime against a highly ranked team.
And what about the rest of the game?
4th quarter play.
Oh.
Clutch time. It's clutch time.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Ashton Genty, though, definitely. He should win the Heisman.
He should.
I'd be
He's-
alright to
he-
say the
it's-
ceremony
he's
next
the-
week.
He's bro. Just give it to him. Just ship it to Boise
Everyone
already.
just wants to see how good can his stats get.
Yeah, dude, he's on pace right now to beat Barry Sanders' record.
And nobody beats Barry Sanders' record. Nobody.
Because that
No one.
insane, dude.
They're dumb. They're stupid
It's
numbers. They
insane.
shouldn't be discussed. But he's on pace. And another thing is, Boise State, they love him as a person because they don't play him in the second half when they're beating teams.
Yeah.
If you kept him in against Portland State, he
Or,
played
um,
1 quarter.
Dude, they pulled him against. Was that the Portland State game like 2 weeks ago?
That was early in the year. That was
Okay.
like week 2.
Yeah,
There's
so
another
like
one
2
they
weeks
pulled
ago
him
they
against.
pulled him at halftime,
Yes.
and he could have had 300 yards if they just let him play for the first 2 series in the pool.
Against Portland State, he had 140 or 150 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's insane. Dude,
He's averaging 14 yards a
It's
carry.
insane,
If he would
bro.
have played against Portland State, let's make Genty get his numbers up for Heisman, he could have rushed for 500 yards. I have no doubt in my mind.
insane. Dude, you think he can be a top 10 pick?
So he's a junior. The age totally works in his favor. He's a young guy.
Everything's working in his
He's
favor
20
right now.
years old. If you draft him, it's not like you're drafting some 7th-year college
See,
running back
what's
who's
his-
coming back for blood.
What's his birthday?
His birthday's
Oh,
December.
Yeah, we looked this up yesterday.
Yeah.
So he'll be 21 when the draft comes around. You can still have him for a good 6. He could get a good 6-7 years.
And the way I feel like running backs are kind of getting their value back up right now in the
Yeah.
league. It all depends on fit.
depends on what the top 10 looks like.
Like, you know who would definitely draft him in the top 10?
Who?
Dallas. They would.
I would hate for him to go to Dallas though.
That's something that they would do.
I would hate for him to go to
But
Dallas.
would that shock you at all? No,
Not
not at
really.
all. So yeah, he could definitely go high. He should go high. He's probably the most talented player in the draft
Yeah, I think that's
that I
fair.
can think of. Maybe Travis Hunter. Like Travis Hunter, pound for pound, he does both sides. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ashton Genty as a runner is it's rare. You don't see that often.
Dude, it's not like his line is just great at run blocking. He's like just making guys miss. Like he's just bouncing off of guys. Like it's insane watching him play football.
They're the number 15 team in the country.
And it's because of him.
Yeah,
and
all
it's a
because of
shame that he goes to Boise. We don't get to see him during the day. We have to stay up until 11 o'clock at night to watch him play football. But he makes it worth it.
He does make it worth it.
He makes it worth it. And the way he run, like his game is just insane.
I'm so happy he cooked Oregon too.
Yeah.
Because it would suck if he had the narrative like, oh, he plays in the Mountain West. He's running it up on no ones. Nope. He went to Eugene. He rushed for more than I believe Henderson and Judkins did combined. Like, what are we talking about here?
Combined.
What O-line thinks better, the Boise State or the Ohio State offensive
Right.
line? It's not a question.
Right.
And he goes up there and rushes for, I think, $192, 3 touchdowns with 2 crazy touchdown runs. Because that's the thing. He's good for one game, like a 50-yard touchdown, like where it's like it's must watch. Like you show all your buddies, like, oh my god, you see what Genty did today?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Bro, it's like, and his betting line is insane too.
Yeah. It's like 180 yards.
That's insane.
It won't be seen again for a really, really long time.
That's insane.
You know who the last running back to win the Heisman was?
Hold on. Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry.
Yep.
Talked about on the show. It all loops around.
Yeah.
It all loops around. So it'd be kind of like, it's been 10 years. It's been a long time. Before that, I know Ingram and Reggie Bush won his Heisman.
Yeah.
He's it back, too. Congrats, Reggie. You deserve that. He won that rightfully.
Yeah.
So wrong they took it from him.
Wasn't his fault, man.
That wasn't his fault at all. So, yeah, it'd be cool to see a running back. It'd be cool to see just not quarterback win the Heisman.
Fair.
Like, I'm the Alabama hater. I can't stand anything about him. Devontae Smith winning the Heisman was dope.
Yeah.
Because they didn't give it to that scumbag quarterback who just threw it to Devontae Smith the whole time.
Man, who was that quarterback? Did he play for the Patriots?
Yeah, Mac Jones, whatever. He's a loser and he's gone. He's a backup. But Devontae Smith still making major touchdowns. He deserved that Heisman. So, yeah, I think it's really cool when you see a non-quarterback win, which doesn't really
that's
happen.
the beauty of the Heisman.
It's like a full moon.
It's just the beauty of the Heisman. It's the best player in college football.
And they don't do that enough.
No.
Like, I believe, like, the Ndamukong Suh, I think it was 07, 09, one of those years, he should have been the
Well,
Heisman.
there's a reason why they had the Heisman, and then they had the best quarterback in the Biletnikoff and all that.
Yeah.
Because you get, like, if you don't get recognized for the Heisman, then you get the best quarterback in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't win it,
Outrage.
if he doesn't win it, all hell will break loose. But he's definitely the front runner right now. You might as well just let him have the ceremony today.
He got to start hitting the Heisman celebration.
Has to.
Next time he goes for like a 60-yard run, he's got to whoop it out. Just Heisman moment. Get it done with.
Has to.
Get it over with.
Has to. It's crazy because Heisman moments usually come in like November.
Yeah.
This came in freaking August.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I remember like last year, Jaden Daniels had that like 85-yard run against Florida.
Yeah.
Yep. Done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you needed. Bryce Young has this crazy drive against Auburn with a minute left. Boom. Heisman moment done. That's the last game of the year in the regular season. But yeah, no, Ashton Genty, rightful Heisman winner, I think. Or it's definitely right now. Looks pretty like a pretty one-horse race. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Another episode, Nickel and Dimes, episode 15. Thank you all for the support. Anything to say?
Nah, just like Harry said, thank you all for the support. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys so much. It means the world to us. And keep tuning in.
Like and subscribe.